Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channels. My name is Team Tessie Reaction. Kindly for watching me for the first time, make sure you subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thanks to my returning viewers who are always coming back and support me by watching my video. Thank you so much. Greetings from my people all from Africa to Caribbean. Thank you so much. So kindly guys, in today's video I want us to watch this powerful message from a white lady who is now regretting for dating a Jamaican. So kindly guys, let's watch this video and at the end, and then I'll come back with more reaction.
Wagwan, everybody. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys my first story time, and it's gonna be, I guess, about being married to a Jamaican, a yard man, and my life that I had in Jamaica. I'm gonna start by saying the first time I went to Jamaica, I was 4 years old. I want to say that's probably when I really fell in love with Jamaica. I have so many good memories. Anyways, so my best friend like 8 years ago was a male, and he was from Jamaica. My best friend, like nothing sexual. He was here in Canada. We'd kick it all the time, party. He was always posting pictures, tagging me in pictures. My ex-husband and was back home, obviously in Jamaica, and he'd always was him and Killy went to school together. So he was always like commenting like, yo, that's your girl, bro, like asking him, and Kelly's like, no dog, that's not my girl. Like honestly, like he's like, what, you guys aren't hooking up? He's like, no bro, I'm not, there's nothing like that. So he started like sliding in my DM or my messenger trying to talk to me, and I ignored him for the longest time. At this point I'd already been to Jamaica again a couple times, and we had a girls trip planned. Me and my girls were going there. We had already bought our tickets, hotels, everything. We were going party, like go to Uptown Mondays, Weddy Wednesdays. We were going to see Spice, everything. So I started talking to him and telling him like, yeah, we're coming there, you know, like we can meet up. Cool. He's not like asking me for nothing, like nothing like that. He never came like that at all. So it was like, that's why I started to come and talk to him, because he was never asking me for like, oh, or hinting or nothing like that. Cool. Went to Jamaica, met up with him. My homeboy was there back home at the time too. So we were all like hanging out. They grew up together. They went to school together. Like, so we were all hanging out partying. We were there in Kingston for like 2 or 3 days. And then when it was time to go to Ochi, and my girlfriends were like, yo, fuck that dude. Like, there's other dudes, And I'm like, no, bro, like, I'm feeling this guy, like, why am I gonna, you know, like, it's Killy's homie too, like, we're all just gonna hang out. So anyways, the week goes by, I have to leave Jamaica. I'm like, I don't know, at this point, I'm like, I love Jamaica so much, like, I'm not trying to leave this place. So I go home, the whole time, we're talking all winter. Come summertime, I'm like, I'm gonna go back to Jamaica. I went back to Jamaica for a month by myself to go, just because we're talking this whole time. So I'm like, I'm gonna go see what I'm going with this dude. Get to Jamaica, there for a month. It's gravy. Like now at this point, I'm like starting to fall in love with this guy. He's telling me all kinds of stuff, like, and I'm like meeting his family, his friends, like just everything, you know. So I come home. I'm like, really, like, I want a life in Jamaica. Like, I love it so much. I love the vibes, everything. But my kids are also involved. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go back to Jamaica. I'm going to bring my kids and see how this guy is around my kids. Like, at this point, he had a daughter. I only knew about the daughter at this point. And I met her, everything, like, cool. So I'm there with my kids for a month and a half. Totally hit it off. Like, everything was fine. So it's time to leave. Like, I'm heartbroken. Like, I'm leaving, like, my man back there. Like, this guy's talking real serious to me. Like, I'm also wanting a life in Jamaica. Like, I'm not even, at this point, I'm not even thinking about, like, first of all, I'm like, I'm not giving no dude a visa. And I'm trying to leave Canada. Or, like, have a freaking life that's a permanent vacation. Cool. So come home, figure it out. I'm like, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to go to Jamaica and spend lots of time. He's like, yeah. Go to Jamaica. The first place that we lived in was like real ghetto. And it was right on the side of a gully. I became pregnant. I was 36 years old. I had dengue fever and morning sickness, like it was going out of style. Like I was so sick, in and out of the hospital, UE. He had a job at the time, but it was like making nothing, like $18,000 or something every 2 weeks, like substantially. Like, what can that do for me? Nothing. And I was super sick and I needed help with my kids. So I was like, yo, just leave your job for now and like I can manage things. I need help with the kids, especially because I was in and out of the hospital. So that's what he did. Since a week or something, some time went by and I was like really thinking about it. Like, do I really want to have a baby with this man? Like, my kids are already getting bigger. Like, so it was not part of the plan. I even had gone to his mother and expressed that I was thinking about having an abortion. And his mom straight out told me, like, if that's what you want to do, then do it, because he has his other daughter, but financially he can't have any real business with her, and he doesn't even see her that much. So anyways, me being the dodo, no, I don't even want to say that because I wouldn't trade my daughter for the world. I had the baby. I remember just before I was going home, I was like about 7 months pregnant or whatever, I was heading home. In this time, we'd also applied for a visitor visa for him to come to Canada for the birth of his daughter, and he was denied because they said his ties would be too strong over here and he wouldn't want to leave, straight up. That's what they said in the response. So anyways, I remember I was getting ready to come back. This man was in our yard at the house that I rented for $20,000 a month. On his knees telling me like how much he was in love with me and it was going to be different when I come back, and he was going to get his job and like he was going to help, and telling me everything I wanted to hear as I'm pregnant and my hormones and emotions are like, at their all time. Anyways, I came home, had the baby by myself, did everything myself, bought everything myself for the baby, got her passport. Meanwhile, I had my other kids at the too. Like, got everything together, went back to Jamaica to bring her to him, and the man didn't even have like a pair of socks for her, not a single thing. Cool. No job, nothing. So anyways, I get there. Our house, keep in mind, is I'm paying rent $20,000 a month. That was the only money I ever sent him. I sent him money every month, $20,000 to pay our rent, because me and my kids are staying there. It's full of furniture and all of our belongings. Like, I sent barrels, I bought furniture. Like, our life was well comfortable there because I made it. He had some clothes, that's what he had. So obviously I'm gonna make sure I pay the rent every month so that my stuff's secure and my kids' life is secure. Like, I'm not gonna leave my good life here in foreign to go to Jamaica and struggle. No, especially when I can make my life nice over there. So anyways, we're there, and I've always wanted to shop at this point. Like, we lived in Papine, land lease. There's this old burn pile right outside of the yard we were renting. One day we just cleared it. My ex-husband cleared it, and we started building up a shop with the materials that I paid for. We built up a shop within 2 days, painted all Rasta colors. At the time, I put in $30,000 to start the first stock. It opened on his birthday, May 3rd. Within the first 3 months, I was in full charge of the shop as a waitee, foreigner. I came there and learned how to do everything, did all the shopping in town, did everything. Ask anybody, I'll tell you what one. I made $130,000 profit in 3 months. The shop was booming. We had a little tiny mini mart. I started even cooking food, egg sandwiches, hot dogs, cheese fries, like burgers, fish burgers. We were doing our thing. It was time for me. I was like, I'm going home. I'm gonna go home for 3-4 months, go home, work, shop, do some things, see my family. When I left, that shop was stocked full by cases. I wasn't buying individual things. Everything was cases. Like, it was a damn mini mart. I brought the $130,000 Jamaican GMD or JMD home with me. When I went back to Jamaica, I brought that same money back with me. I was gone 3, maybe 4 months. That shop was run to the ground. Him and his family that he had helping him at the time, and his friend, ran that shop to the freaking ground. And I went back and it was like, oh, here comes Whitey. She can fix back the shop or invest some more money, another 30,000 in it. At that time, I had lost total ambition towards it. Why am I going to put my energy into something that you're not going to put your energy into? Okay, so yesterday we left off at, we had started a shop. Shop was doing super good for the first 3 months that I was like completely about it, taking care of it. Went home. Him and his family ran the shop down to the ground. I came home. I came back to Jamaica. I dropped another $45,000 into the shop because at this time now goods are starting to go up. Inflation on things are going up in Jamaica. So I dropped another 45,000. But I've got a sour taste in my mouth at this point because I can see the fuckery is starting. And so we buy goods, cool. As soon as the shop makes back that 45,000, I take my money out because I'm not doing that again. Fool me once, you're not gonna fool me twice. Cool. So, anyways, we play shop for a couple of years. In this time though, now I'm back and I've seen that the shop ran down and I've had to put money back in, and I can see that my ex-husband's like ambition and drive and just is all kind of going away. He's getting lazy. Keep in mind also my ex-husband is a artist. Honest to God, I hope one day he busts and gets everything that he is looking for in life. Anyways, so he I can just see he's getting lazy. He's got a foreigner beside him who, if he doesn't make it happen, like I'm gonna make it happen regardless because my kids are there and I'm there and I'm gonna make it happen. My hair's really crazy right now. I was at the beach yesterday. Anyway, so I'm not gonna lie to you. The weight of everything's now on my shoulders. There's a child involved now, a baby, our daughter, who I'm financially doing everything. I'm taking care of all the rent. I'm paying the Wi-Fi bill. Plus, he wants me now to basically make sure the shop's good all the time, do all the shopping. I go to town all the time by myself. I drive down there. I bought a car in Jamaica. Like, life's good, okay? According to him, life's good. Like, Whitey came through, bro. So I start talking, I'm not even gonna lie to you, like, I'm taking care of everything financially, like, I start talking to him all crazy ways. Like, I'm wearing the fucking pants in this relationship, like, you best believe I'm gonna fucking deal with you away, pardon my language. So there's, like, lots of arguing and just unhappiness going on, and this is where the fuckery starts. So social media has always been kind of like, he's always posted me on his social media. Everybody's always known. There's never been any like problems. I've never had no woman try to confront me in Jamaica or like nothing like that. Never. Like we go out all the time. Like everybody knew about me. Like I'm his wife. Like everybody knows. But it's social media. So now, cool, we get married. I didn't marry him right away. I think I married him 2021, 3 years ago, and we get married, cool. I'm like, I'm gonna go, so, but just wait, there's a girl that keeps showing up on his social media, a girl from Jamaica, some ghetto gal, and she keeps showing up, like leaving hard eye emojis and this and that. And I'm like, I try not to watch social media because he's an artist and that's his thing. But next thing you know, he like rearranges his page because at that time it was like uncool to have a whole bunch of posts on your Instagram. So he's like removed all the pictures of me. It's just like basically artist pictures up, apparently. Anyways, I see this chick keep commenting, and I'm like telling him, like, who is this broad? Like, I don't care. And like, of course, I'm a woman. I search her up. Like, she lives in the Popping. Like, she's from, like, she's mutual friends. Like, you can't fool me, bro. Anyways, I'm like, yo, tell this chick to beat it. Like, what the fuck? Cool. Things are getting heavy to me. I'm like, I'm going home. Time's going on, we're just bickering, fighting. I can see that he's just being lazy, like no ambition. I'm having to take care of everything. His kid's involved, I'm having to financially take care of that. Like, I can see the fuckery, you know? I'm like, I'm going home. I go home. This is the longest time I've gone home for. I go home for 6 months. And that 6 months, when I left that Jamaica, I was like, I'm not going back to this dude. Like, I'm not doing this. This whole time, like, we're still talking. Obviously, it's my husband. Like, he's like, we're trying to work things out. So anyways, it comes just before we're trying to work things out. I'm still filing for his visa. I do his paperwork for his visa. I did the paperwork myself. So this is how God works, because God does not sleep on people, and God was showing me everything right in my face, and I'm still just whatever. Not even 1 hour, 45 minutes after I went and finished all the paperwork and filed online and paid the $1,165, I drove from where I filed the visa online to my house. By the time I got home, I had a message in my Facebook Messenger from the same girl that was all over his social media, and I was like complaining about months and months before, a year before, saying, control your man, bitch. I still have the messages. I keep it all. And I'm not into no chatting, especially with a girl that's younger than me, and some, like, I'm not into. So I called my husband right away. I'm like, Wagwan, what the fuck is this? Pardon my language. Nothing. What'd she say to you? She's nothing. She's mad because I told her to stop commenting on my posts. You're my wife. Like, I'm in love with you. Like, she's just making problems. Da 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 da. But he was really concerned, like, if I talked to her, I'm like, no, bro, I'm not answering her. Like, I'm a big woman. I'm not into no chatting with no next woman. Girl, I should say. Cool. That was God. I'm like, so whatever. This is like, I go to Jamaica now. I'm in Jamaica for a long time. A long time. He lays down by me every single night, telling me how much he's in love with me. Just be patient, da da da, blah blah blah. It's gonna change. It's gonna change. Cool. The guy doesn't ever sleep out, okay? Me and him are together all the time. Maybe he'll leave for like an hour, do something on the road, like he'll call me. Like, we're together, okay? There's no like fishiness, him disappearing, cool. So that just goes to show that whatever was going on, he really had no business, because he's not sleeping out, he's not taking off from us. Like, cool. That time goes by. It's time for me to come back now, again. Come home. This time, in that time, we got a response from the visa. I filled out one of the papers wrong, and so I had to start over. So I'm like, I'm going home. I'm going back to work, whatever. I'm gonna hire a lawyer, and we're gonna do this properly so we don't have this problem again. I fly home. Within 10 days of being home, I get somebody come on my TikTok. And so, of course, it shows when somebody's viewed your profile. So I go back because I don't have much activity going on. So I'm like, who is this? So I go on and I click, and the first picture on this woman's TikTok page is a picture of my husband. A picture that I took on his birthday in the clothes that I bought him and the hairdo that I gave him. I'm sitting right beside him. I took the picture. She stole the picture and put a love heart over his face. And the second picture is a picture of a baby that says his last name, King, whatever, King Barrett. And yeah, that's how I found out that my husband had another child outside of us and laid down beside me in the bed for a whole year and didn't say anything, which just goes to show he had no business with this woman or the child, which is sad for both of them. She had a whole TikTok page built about me for a whole year. So she was like planning. This was like an ongoing thing. Like she was gonna let the cat out of the bag eventually. Like she had a whole page on TikTok built about me, just talking shit. So that's how I found out that there was another child involved, and I was here in Canada when that happened, and I have not been back to Jamaica or seen him since, and have moved on with my life. And at first, I hated her so much, but now I want to say, big her up because she showed me exactly what I was dealing with. So, I'm just gonna like touch some different points, I guess, and share some stuff with you. So now this girl, I've come home. The plan was when I left Jamaica was that I was coming home. I was gonna go back to my job. I've been working at the same place for a few years now. Hire a lawyer, file for the visa the proper way, and like start the process. I came home, went back to work. Within a week of being here, found a lawyer, started making money, like held up my end, everything I said I was gonna do. Within that time, the girl made sure I found out on TikTok. So now I, of course, was like a mess. I fell apart. My heart was ripped from my chest, and somebody was stomping on it continuously. Spent many days and many nights crying my face off and bawling. Still at this point, there wasn't any I was not in any real chatting with her. I think I maybe messaged her one time or something. She's a real disgusting individual. She talked about my kids. She talked about personal things, obviously, that he had shared with her. At this point, I had definitely realized I wasn't into any chatting with her. I blocked her. I screenshotted everything. My daughter stepped in and had words with her. My older daughter. One of her biggest flexes was take the gal's man and breed from him and give him his first son. This just goes to show you how much she really knew. When we first moved into land lease, when I was pregnant, because obviously I was going to be in the community and I was going to hear things, my husband told me that he had a son there that was, like, the kid's probably like 16 or 17 now, and that the baby mother gave his son to a different man. The whole community knows that it's my ex's son, though. The kid looks just like him, looks like his niece. There's a picture of my ex when he was a kid, and him and this boy look like identical, like it's his son. The whole community knows, the kid knows, like. So the only comment I made was, you think you gave him his first son? He has a son in the lane right around the way from us that he has no business with. So, anyways, I like went through some serious depression. This whole time he is begging me not to leave, begging me it was a mistake. He didn't want her to have the baby. She was purposely doing this. He wanted her to have an abortion, but it was her first kid. She said she's not doing that. It was only like 1 or 2 times. She's crazy. She's making up lies. La 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 la. He's like he doesn't want other marriage to end. He's in love with me. He wasn't like that with her. She was just some pum pum la la la. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, okay? Well, everything was going on between us, and we were fighting and bickering before. Yeah, I wasn't gonna put pum pum regularly. For what? I'm paying for everything. I'm like having to run the business, like, and what? I'm supposed to just fling the pum pum on you whenever you want? Move from me, man. Like, come on. And at this time, I've been in yard for a long time, so I'm listening to other women talk like they're not giving no free fuck. And I'm a wife paying for everything, and like, yeah, I'm supposed to just, yo. Anyways, I had a sour attitude. So anyways, the type of woman that he bred, as they call it, is a real ghetto girl. Her biggest accomplishment in life is that she took a foreigner's husband and bred from him. And then like built a whole social media page for me to find out. Cool. I understand my husband to somebody that doesn't have money and comes from like a struggling life. My husband looks really good. And he's driving a car, my car, that I paid for. He has his own shop, the shop that I built and paid for, and keep it together, basically. Because as soon as I take my hands out of it, they can't manage it. We have a house. When he touches road, my husband looks good. Yes, okay, that's one thing. I financially paid the rent. I financially paid the Wi-Fi. I funded our businesses, paid myself back, but funded my businesses, our business. Obviously paid for all the groceries and stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know that my husband was in love with me at one point, and maybe he still is. He says he is. Or like, but things happen in a relationship. So yes, of course, I'm coming from foreign. I'm bringing him all kinds of clothes, everything. Like when my husband went out, like he touches road, like he looks good. And because he's a Rasta, I learned how to do hair. Like all his hairdos you see, if you've seen him in pictures or anything, like I give him those hairdos. I style his hair for him. Hairdos. So yeah, to somebody, like he looks good because I make him. I hate to be like that, but yes. So to a ghetto gal, he looks like, I don't know what she thought. Maybe she thought she was gonna like hit the jackpot, like she won the freaking lottery, like she was gonna benefit or something. I don't really know, but at first I really hated her. Like I said some really horrible things and wished some really horrible things, but I don't feel like that anymore. I'm actually like take it as a blessing that she opened my eyes to see what kind of man I was truly with. Anyways, so I found out everything. Of course, he's like calling down my phone, begging for me to be back, begging for me to be blah blah blah, up until April, begging for me to be back. This whole time he's talking to some next whitey from Canada here, and I see her like posting on his pages, and I'm like, so I asked him straight out, like, you're trying to get me back and you're telling me all these things, send me broken heart emojis and crying, dying faces and da da da. So I'm like, what's up with her? Oh, she just likes my music, she's a nobody, da da da. So like me being myself, I messaged the woman like, wagwan. Of course he's like told her a whole different story, that I cheated on him, and like the woman turned out to be really mature and like cool. So me and her had a totally normal conversation, and like I just exposed the bullshit and that he was like full of lies. He maybe calls my daughter like once a month, our daughter. I've never told him he can't call her or contact her. I don't know what he thought was gonna happen when he cheated on me and created a whole other kid. Like, I guess he honestly thought that I was gonna be like most Jamaican girls, because it's a normal thing in Jamaica. I don't want to say most either. That's like, it's a normal thing in Jamaica for men to breed other women outside the marriage, and those women stay. Lots of women stay. So I guess like in his brain, he thought I was like weak or something, and I was gonna stay with him. What kind of example would I be for my daughter? Both my daughters. My older daughter's bigger, so she knows what I want. But what kind of example would I be for my daughters? And what kind of example would I be to my sons? Like, that's how you treat women? Like, my sons seen it. They were there. They seen some things. Like, yeah, no, bro. So up until April, I like, he's like trying to get me back, and I finally was just like, yo, bro, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm gonna stop leading you on and giving you any like sort of hope. Like, it's not happening. And especially after I talked to this other lady that lives here, like in Alberta, like, please. So yeah, that's my story. If anybody has any questions, like, I'll probably do a part 4 and just give some more insight and like, yeah. I always, and the one thing I want to say is like everybody warned me about don't date a Jamaican. I was like, no, it's never gonna happen to me. He's different. I'm a pretty skinny girl. Yeah, I'm a yam head. Cool, cool, cool. That sounds fucked up, but it's the truth. And look, it happened to me same way. So pay attention, ladies. I don't want to say everybody's bad, but yeah, especially on social media. Don't talk to no man on social media. TikTok. Red flag. So, I guess we'll do it part 4 because it's not really the men sliding in my DM anymore. It's women telling me their stories. So, I guess I'm going to share a little bit more of my story. Some of the plans I had and ideas and businesses that we were going to do. So the one time I went to Jamaica, this is when Fashion Nova like first became really popular and like years back, like quite a few years ago. And I spent $2,000 USD on clothes out of the sales section from Fashion Nova. Plus I got it on discount, so I got like tons of clothes. Like I think I brought down like duffel bags full to sell. We were gonna open like a little side street, like, you know, like a little no window no door shop. We brought those clothes down. We had them for like 6 months. He didn't show no real effort to try to do anything with them. I became pregnant and I had that really bad morning sickness and dengue fever. Then it was time for me to come home, so I left the big huge duffel bag of clothes there in the house that I pay the rent for, and underneath the bed in a suitcases underneath the bed in my kids' room. When I came back, the day I was getting on the plane to fly, he told me the clothes got stolen from the house by a friend. Cool. So there's that. Then the original reason that we bought the car that I bought, which was a 7-seater Honda Stream, it's an older one, 2011 or 12 or something. I didn't want to buy that. I just wanted to buy a little flatty car, tinted out, put a system in it. Like, I was good with that. No, let's buy a vehicle so we can run taxi, da 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 da. Cool. Excuse me. We find a vehicle. I find the vehicle in Ochi, so we have to go over there for a couple days, da da da. Find the vehicle. I paid for the vehicle. I fitness it. I license it. I paid for all of that. You need a license to drive. You need I don't know what it's called, PPV or whatever, red plate to run taxi. Yo, you can't deal with that, bro? No. So I'm supposed to buy the car, I'm supposed to pay for the PPV, I'm supposed to pay for your red plate, your license. What are you gonna do? What are you doing to help? Nothing. So I gave up on that. Like, lift up, man. Like, yeah, cool, take me for an idiot and I'll pay for some things, but don't, no. I'm not doing it all alone, like, 100%. Like, even if you would have come to me correct and been like, yo, babe, there's 10 grand here, like, hold this 10 grand, can you finance the rest? Yeah, bro, I got you, but you're not showing, like, one single initiative or, like, drive or... So anyways, that was that. Like I said, the shop, multiple times, him, and I should correct myself, I don't want to say his family. It was only one family member that was helping him with the shop, that ran the shop down continuously, and his friend. Multiple times the shop ran down. I started building a house in Jamaica. First we started up on his father's property, which is up in Irishtown, but it was in the bush, so we brought all the materials up there and fuckery went on. It's a whole other story. People got paid to do work, didn't do work, etc., etc. then we decided it's too much work up there. So then we're like, okay, we're gonna build on top of his mother's house. So we started. I spent about, I want to say about $700,000 in materials. I have the receipts for all that stuff. Lots of things got fucked up in Irishtown, and then we transferred lots of things from back down, and bought new materials also. We started building on top of his mom's house, like a 3-bedroom, bathroom, 2-bathroom, like that was our idea, kitchen, veranda, everything. Cool. He never had no money to put in on any of that either. Like, he helped do the work and like some, the work and stuff when it was time to work, but then the fuckery started happening. So in my brain too, I'm like, I see the fuckery happening, I see how he's behaving, and in my brain, I'm not an idiot. I'm like, at this point, because I'm like having thoughts like, yo, like, am I really gonna stay with this man, or like, am I gonna leave? So I stopped. I completely stopped. About like 2-3 years ago now, I stopped continuing to build. It's like a quarter finished up there or whatever, because I know that when me and him leave, I have no say. That's not my place. That's on his mom's house. Like, they own that shit. Like, so for anybody that's thinking about, I haven't got tons of girls in my DM saying like, oh, I'm building a house, I'm gonna go. Bro, do not build a single thing unless it's in your name and you own the land title. You own the land title and it's in your name. Otherwise, you have no say or pull. So anyways, I left unfinished. It was really funny too, because when all this was happening, he was on TikTok live one day, and in the background you can see like the renovations on the top of the house. And he's like goes basically like pointing to the background like, yo youths, progression, la la la. Progression, bro, that was all me. Like, he's trying to act like he's doing big things. You're not doing nothing or saying nothing. The only time he ever put money in on there was after me and him left, and he had to move out of the house and move back into his mother's house. So then he wanted to like try to build up a room, but that couldn't even. He couldn't afford to feed himself and take care of all his miscellaneous kids he has and build up a room. So that went sour. I got stories for days. So that is my. Oh, and another thing, every time I would go to Jamaica, like when I'm here, I'm always buying things on sale. I'm one of those smart people. Bath and Bodies, cheap clothes, phone cases, lotions, anything, cheap perfumes. I bring them all back over there and sell them. I'm a hustler, bro. I will milli rock on any block. Trust me. Like, I'm not gonna go broke and starve nowhere. Like, you must be dreaming. Plus, okay, so then I bought also another thing. Like, we started to like do a little cooking, like cook shop. I bought the deep fryer for that. Like, got the stove, another stove together, like just a burner, top burner stove. But there's so many ideas, and like out of all that, like, couldn't make something work, dog. It's so funny because when I talk about everything, I look back on everything, like, I'm like, whoa, you really sat there and did this for so long? Like, I ignored so many red flags, it wasn't even funny. Anyways, I'm sure I'll do like another part. That's the story about the original house you were building. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so it started with, we went to, obviously bought all the, okay, first of all, his uncle, so on his mother's side, one of her brothers, who at the time, I didn't realize that his mom doesn't even really write the brother at all, like, because he's, yeah, we'll get into it. But, like, he's showing me houses. We're talking about building, right? And he's showing me like places like, oh, my uncle did this place. You know, my uncle is working on this place. So his uncle's a tradesman, and his work that he does when he does the work is like looks good. And like, I'm not. Keep in mind, I'm not from Jamaica. Like, I'm just starting to like figure everything out, and you know. So, anyways, his dad like loves me, and like he's like, yo, you guys can build on my piece of property. Like his dad's got bunch of land up in Irishtown, you know, he's a farmer. He's like, you guys can have a piece, build here, like do your thing, like what's yours is mine, like you're my daughter-in-law, like cool. He's even given us the land title, like to see if we can put a piece in my name, like, okay? Cool, so we buy all the materials. At this point it's about probably around 500,000. We have to pay for everything to be delivered up there because it's about a half an hour drive up the mountain, like up towards like Blue Mountain and up in Irishtown. So then it's not just like by the roadside. Like lots of the houses you've got to walk in. So there's a little road you can take down, and then you got to walk in the materials about 15 minutes. Like it's no joke. Like Jamaicans are no joke. So that's all I want to say. Like big them up. They're hardworking. The ones that are hardworking people, bro. So we carry like lots of materials around there, including 40 bags of cement. I'm not from Jamaica. I don't know about bags of cement and climate. So the first thing is we put all the bags of cement there on the little tiny hangover of the porch. Nobody says, oh, we should lift the bags of cement up off the ground. They need to go up on something, da 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 da. Cool. I think whatever time's going on, uncle's been up there like one time, built or like dug like the little what is it, trenches to put the 4 posts in to start one room. Like we go up there to check on what's going on. All the cement has gotten rock hard from being up in the mountains and the moisture, and yeah, 40 bags of cement has gone rock hard. That's about 50,000 Jamaican dollars, about $500 Canadian. You as my husband, and everybody was like, why didn't you put them up on the ground? You're Jamaican, you know what one, like, why didn't the guy that his uncle, like, that is the worker guy, like, I don't know anything. I shouldn't be the one having to be like, oh, doesn't the cement need to be up? Like, what the frick? Cool. So anyways, we carried all the materials up there. Now it's come time that his uncle started doing a little bit of work. Now his uncle comes to me with this big sob story about his kid who was in the hospital. That's why I said in my last one, don't slide in my DM. I'm not helping no sick child. And he wants me to pay him up front $50,000 for his work, which is a lot of work in Jamaica. I think the average like contractor or like mason person or like whatever makes like probably about $5,000, and like a labor helper person makes maybe about 3-5 or something, I think. But back then it was cheaper, right? Because we're talking a couple of years ago, so it was cheaper. My father's a very smart man, and he taught me lots. I want to thank him for, you know, and for me knowing so much in life. But he always told me, like, don't ever pay for a job before it's been done. Rule number 1, don't ever do that. He was crying to me, da da da. My ex-husband at this point has not told me nothing, is not stepping in. I'm just thinking, like, I'm helping out his family, you know? That's why I never even hired out. Like, there's so many other workers that do wicked work, like, but I was trying to help his family. So I give him the money. Of course, I think he worked one day after that. And it was like trying to chase him around to get that work done. We would show up at his house, like, my ex-husband's get pissed, like, leaving him nasty voice notes, like, in front of me. So I see him calling, like, then he goes to tell me that, like, he's done this before. So if you knew that your uncle was a shitty worker and screws people over, why did you not tell me? Oh, you wanted to hire him so bad. I said, I don't know. It's your family. What? Anyways, so then we go to tell mommy, because mommy's like, Wagwan, like, why did you guys start building up there? Wagwan with the situation. You guys could build on top of the house. The conversation's coming up between me and her, and I tell her the situation. She's like, what do you mean? He screws people over all the time. She doesn't rate him. So anyways, we go up there, we try to salvage whatever materials are up there still. There's like steel and tons of gravel and sand, and now we gotta pay to bring all that back down, and then we start building up top of his mom's place. And we gotta buy more blocks and more materials, cements, like, so I spent another hundreds and hundreds of dollars, like, and but yeah, when I seen the fuckery start happening though, I just put the brakes on, because I at that point was realizing that if I walk away from the situation, it's not my place. I do want to say one thing, that like, his family was nothing but wonderful to me and my children. They are my family. They never asked me for nothing. They never treated me like I wasn't their family. They were wonderful people to me and my kids, and I love them to this day. I love his mother, his nieces, his sister. His one sister is one of the hardest working women I've ever seen. She like goes beyond and beyond for her daughters. Like, yeah. One more thing that I would like to say is that lots of people have come on here and call me weak and foolish and da 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 da. One thing I am not weak. Most people wouldn't last a week in the situation and the place I was. The no water, the no electricity, the community I was. If you can't rock with Jamaicans, they're gonna eat you up alive, I'm telling you right now. I was in love. That's the hardest and the saddest part of it all. I was in love. So anyways, that is the story of the building of the other house. Yeah. Big up everybody that's watching my story, and I'm so glad that there's so many other people that are like, thank you for telling your story. Like, we were so embarrassed. No, bro. It's all good.
Hello guys, welcome back. Hope you have watched a very powerful message from that lady. She has come out and said something about the relationship, and we all know how the relationship really work. And you find that there's difference between a relationship and a marriage. So for watching me, if you are a man or a woman watching me for the first time, make this video a viral. Let's send this video for your friends, to your family, so that he or she can understand how the real relationship is working out. This lady, she has come out and recreating how dating the Jamaicans, and we all know that Jamaica is the country that is the most loved across all over the world. They have a good men's and women's, and she has come out and explained the pain she went through during the dating of a Jamaican yard and also other artists. We all know that dating is the normal things, and these things has been happening not only in Jamaica but across all over the world. People are dating out, and the most part of dating that most make people maybe regretting for dating is about maybe the heartbroken, because cheating is normal. I can say that cheating is normal in black culture, because most of blacks, cheating is just normal for them, and it has just happening across all of the world. Finding somebody who can love you and spend a time with you is not easy. It requires a hard working. It requires somebody to come out and really show his full love to somebody. That is what is now happening. But finding a somebody in trusting is the problem in marriage and also in dating. So the ladies say that, oh, Jamaicans are not honesty. Honesty is not only Jamaica is not honesty, but all people across the world in dating they are not honesty, and that is the first thing that is affecting most of these marriages and the dating. And you find that you can find that somebody has marriage or dating. If you find a woman is providing everything to his or her spouse or her husband, that is not dating, because it is a parasite. Because you a woman cannot provide everything to his partner. You as a man, you must work hard. You must show love to your girlfriend. You must show love to your wife. You must show love. You must provide everything. But if you find a lady is providing to a man, that is not love, because it will end up that that house will be ruled by it will be ruled by a woman. Because we know that when women provide, they in our country they normally say that their money belongs to my money belongs to my family, but their money belongs to them. So these girls they will just love to spend our money, but the good relationship, you must accept each other. You must share the small that you have. You must share with we must share with other friends. So that lady is complaining how Jamaican woman look. Jamaicans are very maybe stingy. They don't want to give fully to their girlfriend. They want to be provided by the ladies, and that is the message that this lady is said. And we know how really Jamaicans are really hardworking. We know how Jamaica are working outside there to raise money to feed their girlfriends. And we all know that Jamaica really love their, in terms of relationship, I can give Jamaicans 100%, because these people really know how to love people. Because we have seen how Jamaicans take their people outside that tourist center, because Jamaica has the biggest tourist center in that Caribbean, and it attracts a lot of people coming there and enjoy their life there. We know how daily Jamaicans enjoy life with their girlfriend. They're spending a lot of money on their girlfriend. So this lady is regretting for dating Jamaican, but I can differ with her, because I'm the Caribbeans and I've seen the heart that the Caribbean have, and they love the treating that they can treat their partners. They are not the bad people. But some, I can say that ladies, they just come out and paint the bad image to maybe these ladies. And we all know that love is the love just two people. You must agree just two people. And I can't say that a woman is bad or a man is bad, but it's it's the agreement what we agreed. Because if I'm a man, I can provide maybe in this side. You as a lady, you must also play a big role in providing in a house. So kindly guys for watching me for the first time, I'm your host Team Tessie Reaction. Kindly make this video a viral, share to your friends, to your loved one, and thanks for your support you are continuing giving me in this channel. Bye for now, see you next.